Laravel is becoming one of the most popular frameworks for building modern web applications, and more non-PHP developers are starting exploring it. In 2024, Laravel team raised $57 million investment. Since then, Laravel has offered several great new products, and there are a lot more planned in next few years. Today, I will show you what Laravel is actually, how to get started with it, and build a simple CRUD application in under 10 minutes. Laravel is the most popular PHP framework. Arguably, it might be the most popular backend framework. It's ideal for building everything from websites to cloud-based applications, APIs, or virtually any web-based project you can imagine. To set up the Laravel project, let's go to laravel.com, click on documentation. Under creating a Laravel application for your operating system, we're going to execute one of the following commands. Laravel also needs Node.js to build assets. Go to nodejs.org, download the latest stable version of Node.js, and install it. I'm on Windows. I'm going to copy the following command, open PowerShell as an administrator. And here we're going to paste the copied command. It's going to download PHP 8.4 and set up local PHP working environment for us. Once this is done, we're going to close this terminal and open a new terminal, but in this case, we're going to open command prompt. To create new application, we're going to execute Laravel new and the application name. You can choose a starter kit. I'm going to type none in this case. And here we have to choose testing framework. After the application is installed, we have to choose the database. I'm going to leave the default one, which is SQLite, and I'm going to run migrations as well. The application is installed and ready. We're going to navigate into the folder and we're going to execute npm install. At this stage, we're going to make one change into PHP ini file. So let's go into your home folder, .config folder, herdlite bin. Let's open PHP ini file and change this variables order from egpcs into just gpcs. Now we can close everything. To be able to upload files in our application, we have to create storage link, and we're going to execute composer run dev. The Laravel application is started on localhost port 8000. Composer run dev starts 3 processes: queue, Vite server, and the artisan server. If queue is not going to receive any kind of job, it is going to automatically halt the process in 5 minutes. And in 5 minutes, your server is going to die. The second way to start independently Vite server and the artisan server is the following: execute php artisan serve, then open second terminal, navigate into the project folder and execute npm run dev. This way we have separately started artisan server and separately Vite server. We don't have queue started, so this will always stay up and running. Laravel is MVC framework. We have models located under app folder, we have controllers under app HTTP, and we have views under resources folder. Now we're going to create models, views, and controllers. First, let's open new terminal and we're going to execute php artisan make model, and we're going to give it name image. I'm going to also provide right here -m flag to generate the migration file for the model as well. Now let's go into database migrations and open just created migration file, and we're going to define few columns for the images table. We need label column and we need path column. Now let's open terminal again and we're going to execute php artisan migrate, which will apply this just created migration, and it's going to create images table into the database. Now let's create new controller. PHP artisan make controller image controller, and we have to provide -- resource flag, and we're going to provide model to be image model. We hit the enter. The image controller was created. -- resource flag means that this controller is for a specific resource, and in this case it is for image resource. Let's open up HTTP controllers image controller. Resource controllers have 7 methods inside: to display a listing of a resource, to show a form for a single one, to create one, to show specific resource, to show a edit form, to update it, and to destroy that. We are not going to need all of them, but we're going to implement some of those. First, let's open roads file located under roads folder, web.php, and define 3 roads for our functionality. So first, I'm going to import right here image controller. Then I'm going to define get road to list all the images, and we're going to use image controller's index method to render that information. I'm going to define post method on /image, and I'm going to use store method of the image controller, and I'm going to define delete method on this image, and here I am using this variable. This is going to be the root parameter. So if we open this destroy method, we're going to accept right here image like this. Optionally, I can add names to these roots, and it's always recommended to add names because we're going to then generate roots based on the names. We have to add one more route inside web.php, which is going to render the create form. So get method on image/create, and that is going to use image controller create method, and let's give it also name image.create. Now let's open index method and render all images. First, we're going to select the images using image all. Then we're going to return a view image.index, and we're going to pass optionally parameters to these views. In this case, we're going to pass images collection. Image.index means index blade file inside image folder. Let's scroll down below and implement create as well, in which case we're going to simply render create blade file from image folder. Now let's implement store method. First, we're going to validate the received data. On the request, we're going to call validate method, passing the two properties we're going to accept. One is image, which must be required, it must be image, and it must be one of the following MIME types, and the maximum size 2 MB. We're going to validate the label as well, required, string, and the max length 255. Now from this request, we are going to get the image, which is going to be file, and on that file, we're going to call store method, passing the path where that file should be saved, and passing the disk as well, that it should be saved in a publicly accessible space so that we can access this file from the browser. Now we have this path, we're going to call image create, giving label from the request, giving just created path, and just like this, image will be saved in the database as well. And then we're going to perform redirect, providing root image.index, which is the root name. Now we need to open the following image model, and we're going to add label and path inside fillable. Without this, when we are creating new model right here, we're providing label and path, and without putting them inside a fillable, it is not going to work. It is not going to save that inside the database. Now let's implement destroy method as well. We're going to take that image and call delete on this, and we're going to redirect user back into image.index route. Make sure to import two classes, app models image and illuminate support facades storage. When we delete the image from the database, if we want the file from the file system to be deleted as well, we are going to use storage facade disk helper. For the public disk, we are going to call delete method, passing image path, and this is going to delete the file from the file system as well. Now let's copy welcome blade into image folder and create index blade and create blade files. Let me open index first, and I'm going to remove everything, so every styling, and I'm going to remove the entire content from body. I'm going to do something similar inside create blade. Now I'm going to open Daisy UI, which is a Talon CSS component library. I'm going to copy the following two links, and I'm going to include them from CDN for simplicity. I'm going to put this inside create blade and index blade as well. Now let's focus on index blade first. I'm going to create one div, which is going to be wrapper of everything. Then we're going to have h1 with title images, and then we're going to start iterating over our images. For this, we're going to use blade directive. Blade directive for each, we're going to pass right here images as image, so it is going to iterate over these images and create this loop variable image. And now we're going to render the image URL and image label. For this, I'm going to create another div. Inside there, we're going to have an image, and then we're going to have inside h4 the image label. To output the information inside the blade, we're going to use double curly braces, and inside here we are going to output image label. So in the same way, we'll output image path as well. But now let's also add create new, upload new button right here. So inside href, we're going to use double curly braces, and then we're going to use route function, giving the route name, which we defined inside web.php, to create the corresponding route for new image URL. Next, I'm going to create one form right here, which is going to be to delete the image. The form will have a method of post, and action is going to be route image destroy, but we have to pass the route parameter as well, which is going to be the current image which we want to destroy. Here we're going to also use two directives. One is CSRF, this is for cross-site request forgery protection, and the second directive is method delete. Inside HTML form, the method can be only post, but Laravel expects the method to be deleted, so we are using method spoofing for this. And then inside this form we're going to have a single button which will trigger the form submission. Now let's focus on this image URL. We're going to use double curly braces and we're going to use storage facade URL method to output the URL of this image and passing right here the image path. Now we're going to save this and check this in the browser, and we're going to see the following button and the title. If we click on this, we're going to see empty page. Now let's implement create as well. So we're going to create again a container wrapper of everything, then h1 upload new, then we're going to have form with action and method. We're going to also add enc type multi-part form data because we're going to upload files from inside the form. Inside action, we're going to use root function image.store. This is defined in web.php. Then we're going to use CSRF again for cross-site request forgery. And then we're going to create two input fields. One is going to be input type file. Second is going to be input type text. And finally, we're going to have a button as well. So I'm going to save this. Now let's refresh the page. We see the following form. I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to give it some title, hit on enter, and look at this. So image was created. Let's create second one. I'm going to choose another image, another title, click on upload, and we see now two images. When we click on the delete button, it is causing the images to be deleted. That was Laravel in 10 minutes. If you're interested to know more about Laravel, check my YouTube videos, Laravel in 1 hour, Laravel in 11 hours, or you can check my premium course as well, Laravel in 24 hours, 300 plus videos, 37 modules, certificate of completion, private Discord group, and a lot more of this. Check it on my website, thecodeholic.com. If you have any questions regarding this video or about my course, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below.